Good morning, students. Welcome to Bangar Knowledge Academy. Today we will start with a new session of UGC NET series. Now we will start the first topic, that is data, information and knowledge. So the basic objectives is to provide an understanding of the basic notions of the idea, information and knowledge. Here we will study about the basic concepts about data, information and knowledge. So in other hand, we will understand the difference among the data, information and knowledge. In addition, we will understand the relationship between the relevance in the context of LIS. So this is the one of the most important topic to be beginning. So with that learning outcomes, we come with the clear understanding of the data, information and knowledge, and with the we will differentiate between the data, information and knowledge. And we will the structure of the modules we will study the basically data, information and knowledge. We will share we will discuss with all the types and differences of the data, information and knowledge. So actually the in LIS viewpoint, data plays an important role in providing library services. So etymology, when we come to the data meaning, actual meaning, so the word data is the plural form of the term datum, which is derived from the Latin dare, meaning to give or something given. So especially it is the to giving or something to given. It is in the sense that the word is used in geometry and engineering. It is the form that is uses that connotation of the term is understood and employed in data processing, the context of computer science. So basically it was as used in geometry, in engineering, but as the time passes, now the term data is definitely used in the field of LIS as well as other humanities sciences. The forms of data representation. Now we will check the how data formations is done. The most widely used formats presenting of the data are. So now we will come to know how data can be represented. There are various forms through which data can be represented. That is, first is tabular form. So in the form of a table with rows and columns, the cells at the intersection of row and column carrying the values qualitative or quantitative of the variables. So in tabular forms, especially in Excel or in Word, we just create data in various tabular forms. So this will give a simply for as a raw form of information. Hierarchical inverted tree structure showing that set of nodes in genus, species or parent-child relationships. So data can be also be provided in the hierarchical order, in the graph, in the form of graphs. So basically we come to know that data could be also seen as fact, symbol, signal or stimuli. Basically all that things that are in the raw form and that giving any perceptions, that are giving any view to any specific kind of information. So we can say that it is a form of unit which is derived further to create information. So purely systems percepting data could be bit and bytes stored or on communicate via digital medium. So basically it is in the digital medium, if we can say that it is stored in a unit. Every data has a unit, that is bit, single unit and bytes. In other words, the terms require different connotations depending on the context which is employed. So basically here we see that what is data and in which form it is available. And now we will see the characteristics of the data. So some characteristics are there. It is usually static in nature. So data is always static in nature, and it may represent a set of discrete facts about the events. It is a prerequisite for deriving information. So it is basically some facts and figures that can be used to derive an information. So here we can say that basically these are the characters of the data. So now we have seen the characteristics of data. Now we will come to information. So information in the other way is also the form of data. So we will see a definition. According to Ackoff, information is essentially found in answer to question that begins with such words as who, what, where, when and how many. So here with this definition clearly specify that information has a questionable view. So it includes words that's who, what, where, when and how many. The word information, as is the case with many English words, is derived from the Latin verb informare, meaning to inform. So it is also derived from the Latin verb informare, meaning to inform. So information in the Latin means concept or idea. So simply information is the concept or any idea. In actual, information is used with many diverse meaning that could be range from casual, everybody, use very technical. So definitely we can say that information is a form of data that can give a senseful to any specific idea. So now we will see the mathematical theory of information, especially one of the most viewed theory is that is Shannon and Weaver's theory of information. The views of information as a sequence of the symbols. Information theory is a domain that overlaps into mathematics, electrical, electronics, communication, engineering, biology, sociology and psychology, as mentioned as a few. The principal aim of the theory was to discover mathematical laws that governs the behavior of the signal, and they are transferred or retrieved at the received end. It must be realized that Shannon was working in the Bell Labs, and his primary objective was to optimize transmission of telegraph message without distortion. So one of the most important concepts emerged from the work of Shannon and Weaver is the notion entropy, that broadly refers the degree of uncertainty and disorganization in a mass system. So definitely with this concept it is clear that informations can be shared to give a suitable conversation, to give a suitable communication. Now we will come to the system theory. Before this we have seen the mathematical theory. Now we come to see system theory. System theory often views the information as any pattern that influences the formation of the transformation of other pattern. So here this view the perceives information as a representation and does not necessarily require to conscious mind to perceive it. So it is here it says that it's the does not require any representation. It can only be shared. For example, the information coded in a pattern of nucleotides in DNA, influences the formation of organism in the living system. References has already been made to information as a sensory casual point. So in if we see the RNA model or DNA model, so here the information already has been given, and which are in a sequential order. So in LIS context, now we will discuss information in LIS context. In LIS, information is often seen in terms of documentary record are a byproduct of research. The business transactions, Committee on Electronic Records and International Committee on Archives defines a record as a specific piece of recorded information generated, collected or received in initiation, conduct or compulsion of an activity, and that comprises sufficient content, construct and structure provided to prove evidence of the activity. So here these in LIS we have to deal with the various records. So here records are the various forms of the data that are collected from various sources, and they are procured and to provide various types of information. Information as a science system. So now we will discuss about the information is also considered as a term of science system in the science of science and science system known as semiotics, and its branches are pragmatics, systematics, syntax and empirics. So here in science system it is also information also plays an important role to provide various kind of data and messages. Knowledge. Now we will come to the knowledge. What is knowledge? Knowledge has been the subject of an ongoing debate among the many disciplinary groups. So basically now after data processing into the information, and information is now processed to the knowledge. Now the knowledge there are the various levels and types of users of these kind of information, data and knowledge. So knowledge is for the philosophers, knowledge managers, LIS professionals, etc. Definitions of knowledge refers to the information having been processed, organized or structured in some way or else being applied or put into the action. So basically these knowledge are used for decision makers to take any specific decision on using various data, information and solve any specific problem. So now we will discuss definition of knowledge. So knowledge may be defined as a human understanding of a subject matters that has been acquired through proper study of experiences. So basically it is based on the experiences, it is based on some previous ideas, some previous data, some previous informations. So now we will see the kinds of knowledge. So knowledge is classified on the basis of whether it is procedural, declarative, semantic or episodic. So procedural knowledge represents the understanding of how to carry out a specific process. So here as it the name procedural knowledge, it means it shows the procedure of any things, how it can be done and how it may be implemented. Now declarative knowledge, it is a routine knowledge about which the expert is conscious. It shows the knowledge that can be readily recalled since the consists a simple uncomplicated information. This type of knowledge can often resident in short-term memory. So basically declarative knowledge can be used for the routine work, routine process that can be taken for some basic ideas. So now we come to the semantic knowledge. It is highly organized chunk knowledge that resides many long-term memory. So semantic knowledge can be include major concepts just like vocabulary, facts, and relationships. So basically, semantic knowledge is based on some semantic ideas that are resides many, and it stay with the long-term and long memory. Just like if we are walking to the right side, so this is the semantic knowledge. It means always in our mind that we have to be go to the always right side. So now episodic knowledge, it represents the knowledge based on episodes. Experimental information, each episode is usually chunked in long term memory. So these are the based on some experimental information. And now other form is of knowledge, we can see that tacit knowledge and explicit knowledge. This is one of the most important questions that is always comes in examinations. What is tacit knowledge and explicit knowledge? The tacit knowledge, it is the knowledge that usually get embedded in human mind through experience. So tacit, that it comes from experiences. And other hand, explicit knowledge, it is a knowledge that codified and digitized in the documents, book, reports, spreadsheets, memos. So basically explicit comes from that we are reading books, we are reading any document, we are reading any reports, we are reading any spreadsheets. So these are explicit knowledge. But some can be any some knowledge that is we are gaining from experience. Just like we are reading books and we are reading library science and we are performing library activities. There are the two different things or which occurs. Especially we are reading about the library management, and we are a librarian and we are managing the library. That is two different things. If we are reading the book and how this can be implemented, that is the explicit. And on other way, that is the tacit, when we are actually on ground and we are working for any problem, so that we get experiences, and here we are just only reading and just experiencing the things. So according to Wikipedia, there are the following types. We can see that the priori and posteriori knowledge, descriptive knowledge, intelligence, experience, library knowledge, meta knowledge, procedural knowledge, self knowledge, and tacit knowledge. So these are the forms of the knowledge we have discussed. Now the knowledge organizations. So LIS professional has to face the various kinds of the knowledge organization. Our branch of LIS that deal with the notion of the knowledge is knowledge organization. So we have to basically deal with the organization of the knowledge. And the term brought into the wide use of the acceptance by the German classification in Ingert and Dalberg. She considered knowledge as the known. S.R. Ranganathan is the most of his writing preferred the use of universe of the subject. So basically different types of subject expert has given a different kind of their theories, ideas on the knowledge organization. So Dalberg went to suggest the knowledge may be transferred in space and time. So Dalberg has suggested that that knowledge can be transferred through space and time, and this is a purely pragmatic view of the knowledge, as it in this view exists only in the human dimensions. It was largely driven by the requirements of the knowledge organization. As more comprehensive approach the services framework, knowledge in LIS has been provided by the Holland, who list 4 basic epistemological proportions. So Holland, according to Holland, he have just represented the 4 different approaches of knowledge organization. Empiricism, that is derived from the observation, perceptions, and experiences. So empiricism will go through the some perception, some observation, and some experiences, and rationalism. So resolutions derived by the employing logics and reason over sensory experiences. So these are some based on some logic experiences. Historicism derived from the cultural hermeneutics. So this is based on some cultural hermeneutics. And pragmatism derived from the consideration of goals and their consequences. So these are the four basic uh, forms of the knowledge organizations. So we will come to again data, information and knowledge, and we will differentiate what are the common differences between the data, information and knowledge. Now Eckhoff differentiate them below. According to Eckhoff, he is just differentiate the data, information and knowledge. So data is simply a symbol. Information, data process to be useful, providing answer to who, what, where, when questions. So basically data is always a questionable. So information is symbol, data, information is always to be used for the questioning, and data can be always used as symbol. And on the other hand, knowledge, application of data and information providing answers to how questions. So basically here at the each level the forms of data are purified. Whether when data converted to information, it is providing the simple questions that who, simply if we ask who is the current president of the India, then knowledge, how the current president of India elected. So there are the two different way, and there are two different things that we are getting. So it is based on the need and demand. So now we see the N hierarchy, knowledge hierarchy: data, information, knowledge and wisdom. So after getting the data, information is prepared, and after getting information, knowledge is prepared, and after getting knowledge, the wisdom is prepared. So these are the some basic hierarchy to show. So another we see another data, information, knowledge hierarchy. Data are the fact figures which relay something specific but which are not organized in any way. So here second is information, is a contextualized, categorized, calculated and condensed of form of data, either knowledge, know-how, understanding, experience inside institutions and contextualized information. So basically these are the, at each level data is getting purified and they are providing high quality. That at each level data is further refined. So now we will see the data, information, knowledge with the Jean Ballinger. So he represent with the in a graphical form. Then connectedness on the or other side understanding. Then data, it increased, then understanding relationships, information, then understanding patterns, then knowledge, then understanding principles to wisdom. So here one thing is based on the basically understanding, and their connectedness is increased at each level. So all these concepts, data, information, knowledge, are abstracts. Then data at the lowest levels of abstraction, from which informations and the knowledge are derived. So basically we can say that data, information and knowledge are the part of the knowledge organization and knowledge management, and these are basically based on concepts. At each concepts, data after refining it gives converted into the information and further converted into the knowledge and further converted into the wisdom. So thank you for listening, and hope we will come with the next topic soon.